Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Today we want to go from this to this. Hopefully we can get all this done, but we will see how things go. So let's go back to our viewport. As you can see, I've already got the image here in the image viewer. So we can go on that, or the best that we can anyway. So we're not going to use any Archie tools, we're just going to use our standard cubes. Well, I'm going to presume it's going to be mainly cubes and planes. So let's get the bed done. Obviously we've only got this view, so we'll have to sort of like play it by ear and see how things develop. So let's just switch on that. Okay, let's get this party started. So we're going to start with the bed. Oh, it's all the way over there. So let's just bring this back and over there, scale it down somewhat. Let's, how big is a bed? 196 I think it was the other day. Let's create tool item, right, 196, 1.96 long. And how wide was it? 1.5, and then about 0.4. I'm just gonna change the units into centimeters. There we go. So that's the base of our bed. Let's just make that a little bit 0.3 or 30 centimeters. So the length of a ruler. Now we've got to do these end pieces. So let's just go into edit, Control R. We're going to do a couple of loop cuts here, and then we're going to scale. Let's do that first. So we want, and then we want scale on the X, and then just bring them out to the ends there. So this will be like our headboard and our footboard. So we're just going to go into face select mode and then extrude on the Z. So obviously the foot one isn't really that high, but this one is a lot higher. Okay, and then what we can do, if we just get like the technical bits out the way, let's just make that a little bit higher. If we get the mattress done, Shift A, let's create another cube, and then bring that on over. So what was it, 1.9196, 196, and I think 150 wide, and this can be 20 high, not really sure. Well, go with that and see what happens. We need to make that a little bit shorter, so maybe 186, 180, and then just slide it on in. Okay, and then down, and that is looking good. We're just gonna go Control A because we need to reset the scales. I'm just gonna go into that and bevel. and then we need to increase our segments. 7, that all looks nice. Okay, and then I think we just need to make it a little bit more chunkier. So that, we're just going to smooth shade that, so it's all nice and smooth. Let's just bring that back. There we go. Just getting a little bit crunched up in the corners there. So that will do. That will do nicely. So let's do the blanket next. We all know how to do the blankets. We're just going to apply that. So the mattress needs to have the collision on. I don't think there was anything we needed to change on there. And then we need to create a plane. Where's the oh, there it is. We'll just bring it on over. We need to make it quite a bit wider than the actual bed itself. So just bring that on up. Across. And then above. And then let's just looking down. Okay, I think we just need to scale it up that way a wee bit. And just bring it down that way. Maybe. Whoops. Bring it back there. So we just scale that down a little bit. And then that should just fit nicely. Yes, that'll do nicely. So we just need to subdivide this. So we're just going to edit mode, W, subdivide, say 40 times, and that'll do that. We need to add the cloth physics. I'm just going to select cotton because that's how we roll, and just roll this. There we go. That's a little bit better. We need to put collision on, self collision. Okay. So let's just see how that's gonna land like that. I'll tell you what we do need to do as well. Let's just select that, put collision on there as well. Okay, and see. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Okay, so now we need to bake, not a cake. We don't need. I know everybody's baking a cake in these times. We'll just set that to 100, and then we just need to bake that while it's doing that. I hope you're all having a great day. Although over here at the moment it's raining, so it's not so great. So we're nearly there. 60, 70, 80, 90. 100. So we'll just find a nice key where that's sitting. That looks okay to me. So that's where we're going to apply. And then we can now go into let's subdivide just to make it a bit smoother, and then we want to solidify. Let's go to solidify, and then what's that to that thickness. Let's do it that way. There we go. Maybe that's a little too thick. And that looks okay. I think that'll do. That will do, and then we do our usual thing, which is just select these top faces up here. We're also going to give it let's just like zoom in because we seem to be missing the faces. So once we've selected all these, we're just going to extrude it up and like bring it back so it's just like a thin duvet, and it'll be folded over. So that's that. We need to, is it scale or extrude? I think it's extrude. Yeah, so we just need to extrude that. And we just need to select, let's just take that down a little tad bit. And then we just need, hang on a minute, what's going on? Let's just take that up. Select the lower faces that are facing towards the rest of the duvet, and then we're going to extrude these down, and then that'll be like our fold over. Let's just get right down to the end there. I reckon about there, that looks nice. What do we need to do now? We need to do, let's just W, smooth shade. So now we need the pillows, so we're just going to put in a cube. Create a cube. Let's just bring that down. Bring it down a bit more. Quite a bit more actually. Okay, now what we have to do here is we need to put in some loop cuts. We're in edit mode, and then about 30 loop cuts, and then again Control R. What are you doing? Control R. So another 30 loop cuts. Oh. And then if we can just get one in on the, let's just come out of there. Control R. Control R. Loop cut round. Let's just scale this down. Okay. What we need to do now is add a cloth. We need to set the gravity to 0. We need to reset that to 0. And we need to add a force field force. Set the strength to say 200. Right, every time I do this it goes wrong. So let's see. It is kind of working really slow, but that's okay. So what we'll do is we'll just bring it back to there. We just say, let's just undo that. Whoop. Let's just scale that down a smidge so it looks like a pillow, and then try that. Okay, it's happening but like really slow, so we'll just scale that up and then see what happens. There we go. There's our pillow. There's our little bed pillows. I'll just put it about there. And we need to apply the cloth. We can get rid of the force field. We can add a subdivision. And we can W smooth shade. Then we can just bring that down to our bed. And then rescale it to whatever size we need, because as you can see, it is probably bigger than the bed. But that is life. Just there we go, and just scale that down to where we need it. Okay, so that's like pillow 1. We'll just scale up a little bit more. Let's look at our photo. Yep, so we got one there. We can shift D on the Y. Shift D on the Y. Then we can shift D on the Z. Let's just scale that down to like a little square pillow. We've got little square pillows on here, so we can just bring that down. Bring it over and kind of like that. And then the next one, if we just bring it over a little bit, maybe scale that down a little bit more, and then shift D on the X, and then just bring that over a little bit, and then that's like more on a low slope than the other one, so kind of like that. Oh, we're all floating in the air. So we just bring those down and across. Just bring that one down a little bit more, and then we'll just bring everything down there, because we're actually not sitting on the bed. Just bring those two up. There's a lot of playing around, getting everything right. Okay, so that's our little pillows. So now what have we got to do is the end bits. So we're just going to do bits on the bed. So we've got these like square patterns. So Control A, and we're going to reset the scale, and then go into edit, and then in here I want to select the faces, X, and we want to dissolve. So then we can inset like so. This face, it looks like we just got to bring up. Oh, we just got to bring that up. So E, G, Y, X, Z. So we've just so we're just going to bring that face. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do a loop cut. So we're going to do our own pattern. So we've just done the inset here. Did we do the inset? Yes, we did. We're just going to select the face, go extrude on the X, just to take that in slightly. And then we're just going to scale it down a bit. Just going to scale that down a bit, and then bring it in, just to give it a nice little pattern on the inside there. Something a little bit different. And then on the top here, it looks like we've got to extrude on the Z. and then scale it on the X. Something a bit different, and then just extrude it up a little bit in the Z. Yeah, something a bit different, isn't it? Might whack your head in the morning. I doubt it. But that is our bed. Let me just check. We just got to put some feet on. Select Control R. Do a couple of loop cuts. Scale on the X. Scale on the X and take that out. There, and then we're going to do again on that bit there. Scale on the Y. So just going to take that out, and then we can just select faces. Do that. And then we can just extrude them on the Z. Extrude them down. So there's our bed. That's our bed done.